My name is Dominic.
Hello, my name is Jamal.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm back again for the third time.
Third time's a charm.
Yep,
Try it out.
Yeah, and welcome back to Soul Oasis.
Welcome back, people.
Yeah. Today,
Saturday.
we've come to apologize.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. We don't have anything to apologize for. We apologize for nothing. In fact,
I never will.
just no matter what happens, Jamal will never
I apologize for their behavior. That's what I apologize.
I apologize. You just don't get it.
Well,
there you go. Well, sorry.
Anyway, have you guys been?
Check in. Yeah, you guys check in first.
I was asking them, but if you want to check in.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a very unsloppy beginning to this podcast from me. Yeah, let us know how you've been. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm goofing right now.
Joshua, how's your week been?
You talk.
Oh, my. Yeah, it's been a ridiculous week. Really good because Tuesday we got to see the baby again, which made me really happy.
You said that, and I was like, the baby's not even here.
That's you got to see the baby again like they took him away. School.
They now have arms and legs the correct amount. I don't know their gender yet.
Oh, okay. About to say,
are we gonna do like a gender reveal party thing?
I don't think we'll do a gender reveal party, but we are gonna find out the gender and tell everyone.
Yeah, next month, right?
I'm surprised she doesn't want that. I feel like that'd be the type of thing she would want.
I mean, who
maybe.
Would they have? Just like
I know there's gonna be a baby shower that I'm not invited to, and I'm very happy not to be invited to.
Good.
You're not invited to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be all girls, and I'm happy to like go get a drink with my dad or something.
It seems more appropriate. A good old Long Island iced tea.
Yeah, man.
To settle in the
nerves. Yeah, but they have their hands up like this. They've been a good boxer.
There you go.
Yeah, they were just in there.
They're ready.
They're quite the wiggler too. They were going like,
defense. I like that.
Defense.
One time they for one of the pictures they just kicked their little foot up against like her inside, I guess is the best way to say it. So like there's just like a picture of like a little baby foot like slammed up against like what would look like the camera lens, and it's really cute.
Dang, it's
like,
posing now?
Yeah, it's like it's a JoJo.
It's like, I'll carry on your legacy, Father.
Yeah, known for my posing. Other than that, I have a story that's going to lead into our topic today.
Okay.
All right.
I was talking with a kid. He was like on a break. I work in a school. Just so
I'm glad that you said
yeah.
Because I was about to make
just a random
child. Walk up and target. Hey, kid, you know what I've always thought about?
Got some candy for you. No,
Since I work with kids, I do just randomly talk with kids, and I sometimes go like, maybe I should talk with their parents first.
Just walk up to some little girl. Do you think God hides in fear of his own creation?
Kids nowadays.
But then we're staying there, and he was like, "Oh yeah, no, I play Magic the Gathering with my dad." And I was like, "You play Magic the Gathering? That's awesome. Me and my friends play Magic the Gathering." And then I asked him, "Are you excited about the Avatar set, Avatar: The Last Airbender?" And he was like, "They're making the blue person deck."
Disgusting.
I was like, "What do you mean?" And he was like the movies? And I was like, "No, Avatar: The Last Airbender with the water and the fire." And he was like, "Yeah, the water and the fire movies, like from James Cameron." And I was like, "Oh my God." I feel like I come from a different universe sometimes when I'm talking with kids because they don't know what we grew up with. Other than Pokemon. That's
it's
like
confirmed.
The one line.
James Cameron is copying Avatar: The Last Airbender. The next movie will be Earth and then he'll end with wind instead. He's going in reverse.
Was fire.
Yeah, this new one was fire, but he's got to do the whole Avatar cycle.
Oh, okay. But anyway, that's going to lead into our topic today, so that you can start brainstorming, fellow travelers, of what that's over.
Ooh.
Last thing, actually two last things. This finally came in, Dom.
Just me. Oh my gosh.
Oh, unmatched.
It's here.
Yeah, the Ninja Turtle one, which is
Dang.
better than the other ones because Ninja Turtles rocks.
Yeah, except for Donatello. I'm kidding. What,
I mean,
you
we
like
all know.
Donatello like that?
That's my
Dang.
favorite one.
Bro, he's like the least popular Ninja Turtle.
I know. Look, hold on, wait. Before we look, he's Michelangelo is my favorite one, right?
There you go.
But Donatello is my favorite weapon. Like as a kid, I
He
always
says your
wanted a
favorite.
staff, bro.
The bow
Like
staff?
always, bro. Always. Like that's my go-to weapon if I was ever like an Asian kung
If you were
fu
an
fighter.
Asian, it's my emergency staff if I ever need to become Asian.
Always
immediately.
want one, bro. That's my weapon.
I'm Raphael. I'm a Raphael fan, and Casey Jones.
Casey Jones is pretty good. I'm an April O'Neil fan.
Yeah, gotta love those redheads.
I just like her yellow jumpsuit.
Oh, okay. Me too.
Kind of like Kill Bill, which I've never seen.
There's a new kid. What?
What?
all
Okay,
right.
we're gonna go past that one. We don't have
Okay.
time for that one. We don't. But yeah, the second thing.
We're gonna just ignore. Got your second thing.
I can't remember now.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know. That's
It's gone.
crazy.
Yeah,
Maybe if we do Jamal's check-in, it'll come to you.
Yeah, Jamal, you do your check-in.
There you go.
Let's check it in. This week I've been kind of sick.
Kinda.
Yeah, so I've been sick a lot this week, but I still been going to work. Which hit or miss. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, if you're sick, don't go to work." Well, I have to because I got bills to pay. I have to. But also, one of my clients is not going to be in next week, so that's just like my paycheck is basically cut in half right off the rip. So I got to make this week count. So I had to go to work sick, which is never fun. It's definitely on a lot of, you know what? Yeah, I went to work. And then today, I've right after this, like immediately after this, I have to go to a little theater and network. So I have to get out of here while sick. But, grind don't stop. Work don't stop. The world don't stop because I'm sick.
Can't stop. Won't
We talked last week
stop.
about sacrifices. It's a sacrifice.
I sacrifice my health.
I do for the greater good. Yeah. That's it. My week is short, simple. Sick, go to sleep, read a book, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Okay,
finished
I'm
your
sorry
book.
you're sick.
Finish.
Oh, Buck. Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
See?
Hey.
Do you remember how I said that last
No.
week, the foreshadowing of saying that I will stop everything I'm reading if a Horus Heresy book comes out, but it's over? The
Yeah.
Scouring just came out.
It just came
Hey.
out.
So I have stopped everything as of last night and started the Scouring.
Yep. I just started the Strength of the Few,
There you go.
the second book. So I stopped everything I was doing.
You got to have those standards.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
that's
finished
it
my
for me.
Jay-Z run, but yeah.
I just
Jay-Z
listened
novel.
to 444.
Me too.
I want to talk about it later. Yeah.
Okay. We talk about it on the podcast. Josh, what do you think of the story of OJ? All right. Oh, yeah, my check-in. I finished Jay-Z's entire catalog, meaning I've listened to every single album of his at least 3 times in a row. He had like 13 albums or 11, something like that. It was a lot. He was fantastic. That's great. I started a new book. It's like 32 hours long. I'm already like 8 hours in. Pretty great. Crazy, weird perspective now. Perspectives, I suppose, but still perspective, if you know what I'm talking about. I responded to one of your messages.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. We got a criticism, which I love. So thank you. If you have any more criticisms, if you have any more agreements, if you just want to call us names, leave it down below.
But not the
please.
Gengar headphones. Leave them out of it.
Yeah, that is the one thing. Well,
That's not
there's 3
fun.
things: the Gengar headphones, and I'll come up with the other 2 when I think of something funny enough.
Damn.
Yeah, but no, call us names. Be like, bro, who headset guy, sexy black man. Like just some random names out there, Like I don't know. I just top of my head,
We're all wearing headsets.
Headphone guy,
Yeah.
sexy black guy.
It's crazy.
Mulatto Majesty.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
Remember when they were doing that in college?
I don't want to talk about it. I didn't know what it
all right.
meant.
That was funny. That's very funny.
That's funny. But how was your week?
Yeah.
Check in with us. Let us know because we want to know about you.
Have you been sick?
Yeah.
When you get sick, what is your go-to way of getting better? Do you just tough it out? You hit up work and then you just sleep like Jamal did? Do you have your own concoctions of medicine? Do you have your home remedies where you go out there and forage for some sort of obscure plant out in the wilderness, and once you found it, you're as good as golden?
You know,
Let us know, and let us know what it is so that we may try it. And if we have another podcast afterwards, we survived.
No, don't do it because I've tried some home remedy medicines in the past from like random people, not random people, but like people that were not my
On
family.
the side of the road, hey, I got something for you.
No, they're disgusting. Like it's either they're really disgusting, and it's like, why would you put this in here? Or it's so simple, and it's like this isn't the home. Like they're like, oh, I got this special thing for you. Go home and heat up some water and put some honey and like some like other weird stuff. I was like, so you want me to drink honey? Like honey water?
It does wonders.
Yeah, but like
Alka-Seltzer?
that's not nothing new. Like tell me to go outside, forage for some berries. I got to spin around 3 times, then like crush it with my hand while the moon is full. Like tell me some stuff like that.
My friend's mom used to put this cup of water,
Witchcraft.
a clear cup of water, on top of my friend's head with a towel and saw the bubbles rise. Like, yes, the stress is releasing from his mind. I'm like, bro, what the? But maybe it worked. Okay, I can't prove it didn't.
That's true.
No, and they couldn't prove it did.
Yeah.
So, because his head was still hurting.
Maybe water
he just
bottle,
kept a
even.
cup on his head for an
Yeah.
hour. Anyway, but yeah, let us know how you've been. Leave any more disagreements down below. Are we just all dumb?
Yes.
Let us know. We're not.
Oh.
Except on Tuesdays.
Yeah, you'll never see us do a podcast on Tuesday.
Ooh,
Yeah.
thank God, no.
We can't leave the house. 2 days.
Let's go crazy. Hey, Joshua.
Yes.
You came to us today with a very good topic. Would you like to talk about it?
It's all Josh topics.
Yeah.
From now on, it's he and I show up to talk about something he has to say.
I like it.
Like I said, we'll try to find a more fun topic next time to take a break. But what I want to talk about today is the plight of today's youth or children. Because I think it is so easy for people to be like, well, when I was a kid, but every generation has their own cross to bear, I guess, their own stuff to tough through. So I thought it would be fun to talk about that. And since all three of us have a little bit of experience working with kids, to talk about what we've seen in the sense of like, what are these kids struggling with? Because I think we need to be compassionate towards them. They are dealing with things that we never would have thought of. So yeah, that's what I want to talk about.
Yeah. Do you want to start, Josh, or would you like one of us to just dive in?
Yeah, why don't I just set up the template instead of just going like, now you talk and then I'll tell you what I think about what you said.
Okay.
Okay.
So again, tying back to the story I was telling earlier, the world, media, and society has changed so much since we were kids that it does almost feel like a different universe. Like I can't talk to kids about, Bionicle or Avatar: The Last Airbender or even Digimon. Like kids don't know what Digimon is.
I barely know what Digimon is anymore.
That's crazy. And that's just like silly things. But you have to think about it. When we were kids, the internet was like something that was not accessible. When me and my brothers would get on to watch Bionicle videos or pull up a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time walkthrough, it would take almost 20 minutes to get on the internet, get everything running, and get everything loaded. And usually we would print out the guides for Legend of Zelda so we'd never have to do it again. And there were like 100-page things, and our dad would be like, "What are you doing?"
Just burning through cash.
Yeah, and then we would watch like the Bionicle 7-minute videos where it would show like the cool Bionicle characters, like, oh, I'm surfing on lava and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They were like 7-minute videos that it would take us like 30 minutes to get, because it would it would buffer. We'd
Oh my
start the video
gosh.
over, and like that was normal for us. Like we didn't complain, we didn't get impatient. We were just like, this is life. Um, and then like, this was something I thought about while going on a walk 2 days ago. Everything that me and my brothers did, like when we watched a movie or we played a video game, our we wanted to like enjoy the story and then play it outside or with toys. Like I beat Ocarina of Time as a kid so that we could play it outside.
Yeah.
So the focus was entirely different for us as kids. I don't know if you guys had the same experience, but the focus wasn't on the next video game as much as it was on like, oh, what's this cool story thing? I want to know it. I want to enjoy it. And I just don't think it's that way anymore. I think the kids, everything is so accessible to them that no wonder they're impatient. You know what I mean? Like, I'm impatient now. Now, when like my phone doesn't do exactly what I want it to do, I get so frustrated. If a video doesn't load, like a 2-minute video, I'm like, what's the point? And like, if I'm turning that way when I had all the experiences that I had, like, think about those poor kids who have never really had to wait for anything. Everything is at their fingertips. Um, and like another point, movie theaters. It's really fun to watch people's different opinions on movie theaters. Like, I love movie theaters. I love the feeling of movie theaters. I love the going out to a movie theater, because that's what we did when we saw the big movies that we were excited for. We went to the movie theater. We're like, now that there's so much streaming stuff, which I think is better for a lot of people generally, people are like, why would I want to go to the movie theater? I have to like get dressed. I have to like go outside. I have to go pay for this movie when I could just stay home and on my couch and watch the movie. And yeah, it's a different world. It's a different universe that they come from. And then also on top of that, YouTube, internet celebrities. Oh my goodness. These are these kids' heroes. They copy their hairstyles, they copy their talking, like when they say chat and stuff like that. Um, and we had ours too, but most of our heroes were like, oh, I really enjoyed Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones. He's one of my heroes. You know what I mean? Like, our heroes were not people we could really interact with, which in some ways was better because it didn't let us know all the stuff that they were going through. Kind of gave us this barrier where these kids, I mean, they see their heroes do all types of stuff, and that can't be super healthy for them. Now, I'm sure there are some good examples out there. I'm not saying that like there will always be good people and there will always be bad people, but I think it's easier to see poor examples. And also, since the internet is so accessible, it is really hard for parents to filter out the slop that's hitting their kids. So that's my rambling start. What do you guys think?
I agree with you. I think one thing that's cool about this, I feel like we all had different ways growing up, right? Like, Dominic was an only child. You had your brothers, and I had a brother too. I had a lot of brothers, but like I lived with only one brother. But there was like a distance between us until we got older, and it doesn't matter anymore. So it was basically like me with a bunch of friends, like 24/7. Like, we grew up in a time, all of us grew up in a time where, I don't know your circumstances, but we grew up in a time where we were growing with the internet, So we didn't start off with like the nicest tablets and iPhones. For me, I definitely didn't. I didn't get my first phone until my first phone was like the button phone first
Yeah.
off. And I got mine when I was in high school.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't get a touchscreen phone until my freshman year in college, actually, which is crazy. And I had to buy it myself
Same.
because I was like, just circumstances. So I was like, this is awesome.
Just for the audience's perspective, I am 5 or 6 years older than these guys.
No, that's a bit much.
Yeah, am I? Wait, no. Am I 4 years older?
Yeah, like a 4 and a little bit years older.
Okay, all right. I am slightly older, so the experiences are going to be a little different time wise.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But not by much, not meaningfully.
So even now, like, I don't like my phone, not because of like
It just doesn't work.
Well, that too, but I just feel like it's a disconnect from what is happening in society, right? And that's just how I grew up. Like I said, I didn't have my first like touchscreen phone until my freshman year, so now it's like, why would I want to spend? Me personally, I don't like spending a lot of time on the technology aspect of it because I'm more like I want to be in person. I want to be there. But you were right. Like I used to grow up, go to the movie theater. Now I'm like, man, give me a streaming service. Like I don't want to go out, but I do. Every time we do go to the movie theaters, I love it because it's so like, dang. Even though I'm spending money, I'm here. I'm loving it.
It's the experience,
nice.
yeah.
It's the experience, right? It's like, why would you go out to eat? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I could have made this food at home, but it's still the experience of it at the end of the day, and quality too. But kids nowadays have it so different. They grew up with this. I was talking about this with one of my parents. They were saying that they didn't have a phone till they were like 20 something because they're from a different country, whatever. And I was like, dang, that's cool. The little kids have tablets and iPhones and stuff, and I don't like it personally, but it works for them, right?
Yeah.
My little brother, I remember when he got his first tablet, and he was like 6. And I was so jealous. Like me, I'm like 13 at the time. So I'm jealous of him. I'm like, bro, how come you get an iPad at 6? You don't even know how to use it.
Can't even read.
You can't even read. What are you doing? But nowadays it helps them. Like for what we do, they need devices, some kids. Some kids, it kind of hinders them because it could be distractions, or it could be lead to like cyberbullying if you go too deep, or you can see something that you're not supposed to see, right? As a kid, the internet was, I had a veil, so the internet was fun. I was talking about this with one of my homeboys the other day. Like we'd go on Mini Clip or like just random like game sites,
Cool math games.
We just go play games. Now, like all those sites are basically like shut down, and you got to watch videos and stuff now. I mean, I didn't do that growing up, so it was like we talked about Ninja Turtles, and my favorite weapon is the bow staff, right? So I would take an old mop, like take the little mop brush stuff off, and just go outside with a stick and just go like become a Ninja Turtle. Like that's what my childhood was. So it's different. It doesn't mean that it's better or worse. I just think that it's a new day and age that we got to take into account.
I actually want to piggyback off of that. That actually reminded me of a point. One thing I've noticed, like watching kids play, is that they are so much more rule oriented.
Oh my God.
Like neurotypical and neurodivergent both. Because, when we were kids and we'd play, we could have like 3 Spider-Men.
Yeah.
Like it could be, I'm going to be Spider-Man. And then it could be like, I'm also going to be Spider-Man. We'd just be like, awesome. And then we just run around like maniacs. Or like, I remember when I was a kid, the way I punched out my tooth as a kid, I was being Primeape, and like 3 girls were being the Powerpuff Girls. So it was just Primeape versus the Powerpuff Girls. Like who came up with that? No one. We just were like, this is who I'm going to be. And then we started running around. We had one time where Goku and Chi-Chi had a dog named Spot.
Hey,
that's what we played outside.
Now, the kids are definitely rule oriented. Some kids were playing Minecraft, and it's great. Just go out there and pretend and play Minecraft if that's what you want to do. Like, I don't know. But they were like, you can't do this on this item because you don't have a Diamond X, and if you don't have a Diamond X, you can't play with us. And I was like, bro.
Yeah, they turn the video games that they play into as close as they can to real life. That way they have that sense of immersion, which is cool.
It is cool, but it's
Like, dang,
The problem
I
is
didn't
when-
take enough swings because this was diamond ore instead of gold. All right.
They were playing Among Us at recess, and they were like going like, well, all the roles are taken, so no one else can join the game. And there's this kid just weeping
Oh no.
because he couldn't join. And I was like, guys, you are in charge of this game. Add a new role. They're like, we can't.
Yeah.
Mr. Josh, we cannot add another role. It doesn't exist.
You don't get it. You
And I'm
just
like,
don't get
oh,
it,
I'm going to
Mr.
make
Josh.
up a role for you guys because this is ridiculous. You can't exclude people because you ran out of roles.
When I was a kid, if you had done this, I'm like, I guess none of us are playing that. Let's go do something else, guys.
They're just like it's either they take a video game and they make it into their own little game,
Yeah.
or they just don't know how to play like
Normal games.
regular games. Like,
Yes!
like you don't know how to go out there and play tag the right way. You gotta fight every
Yeah,
time.
why did
Yes!
I kick 'em?
Like
Every, oh my goodness. Every time they play tag, it turns into a debate on what a tag actually is. Like,
I didn't feel
what
it, so it doesn't
constitutes.
Yeah.
Is like, which turns into them just barreling through each other. Like, I think that's kind of just a general, like, universal concept for kids. Kids will always, especially young boys, will always turn tag into football at some point.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
wouldn't it be cool if like they just got into like an argument, they started playing tag, and all of a sudden halfway through they're like, like this Jackie Chan in this.
Challenge each
We
other
have-
to
we
an
have
Agni Kai.
programs at work where we have to teach kids how to play social games, like social school games, right?
Uh-huh.
So we're teaching them how to play Duck Duck Goose and like freaking musical
one of the ones
chairs. And my thing is like, how? First off, I mean, I know the kids that we work with is going to be a little harder, but I feel like it was so easy. Like I just didn't even. I don't even remember learning how to play. I just feel like I was bored playing the game. Like I don't know.
Duck Goose, yeah. What do
Like-
you mean you don't know heads up, 7-up?
Like what is going on? They're like,
Okay, I had to tell. So I was watching fifth grade.
looking.
I was like watching fifth grade recess, and they were playing Duck Duck Goose, and they were doing everything in Duck Duck Goose wrong, like running through the circle
yeah.
and like turning around and immediately grabbing the person when they tap the head.
Yeah.
Like just, and I'm like, guys, that's how you play Duck Duck Goose. And just like,
Yeah. Every
I
time
wanna
I see
win.
Duck Duck Goose, I think of that episode of SpongeBob where SpongeBob and Patrick are like technique.
Yeah.
Like no, you have to, and then whoa. These kids are just like just it's like you said, it's for kids that we work with
Yeah.
or not. Like it's
it's
typical
everywhere.
neurodivergent. It's these kids just don't care. Like you're the only one who said anything, Mister. I want to win this game. Like you said, I'm like, bro, you're not winning if you cheat. Like,
Exactly.
I am to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
then what? All right.
You know what's cool? I remember we were at the tea party and you had brought up that
That's crazy out of context. Go ahead.
we were at the tea party and you brought up that game, that saying or whatever, right? I forgot what it was. But yesterday at work, one of my coworkers was playing like patty cake with a kid.
Yeah.
And they were like just clapping it, but she was like saying the whole
went
like
to a Chinese
yeah.
restaurant, yeah.
But that's what so it was like it's funny that we grew up with stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they just don't anymore. It's just watch Twitch. Go, I don't know.
To be fair, if we had that, what do you mean I can just see anything I want to at any time? Anywhere?
No, we would be
Dang.
very similar to them if we had. I think that's the thing that people
Yeah.
need to remember. This is something that has been thrust upon their generation. They didn't choose it. They're
Yeah.
children.
Yeah, if they weren't given an iPad until they were like 10, then they wouldn't know anything about it at that point. But we give it to them so early. I'm not saying it's wrong. Sometimes these parents need a break and they can put in the iPad. Or okay, well, but also sometimes like it allows them to have connections with. 'Cause I remember growing up, I didn't know if I was going to see my friends that I made in my class the next year because
Yeah.
unless I
Yeah.
got their phone number or something,
Yeah.
I went to their house. I wasn't seeing them outside of like, oh, there they are in the hallway. But I have to stay in line. Now these kids are playing Roblox. I'm like, yeah, I've been playing with them for 3 years. Like, you're in third grade. How you been playing with this kid for 3 years?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm actually
it's
interested
nice in certain ways.
I want to hear your take on it, Dom, because again, like me, Jamal and I, we had families, even if we didn't always get along with our siblings, because God knows there's times where me and my older brother got into it.
All right. Yeah.
Where you didn't have siblings. Most of your friends were friends that you made.
You have to make your friend.
Yeah. You had to create them.
You're imagining
Crazy. I'm just interested to hear did you rely more on like making friends online, or did you would you just
No.
go out and
How
meet
was
kids
it?
in the neighborhood?
It was never like that. When I was first growing up, I didn't really have access to the internet outside of schoolwork, like in the computer lab. And like if my mom let me go on like cartoonnetwork.com and play the Ben 10 game.
I love Cartoon Network. First, hold on.
That was amazing.
That website,
Bro.
dude, even Nick's website, those games on there, beautiful.
Yeah.
I played
that's
the
true.
Lego
There was
website.
an Avatar Last Airbender game that they had when I was a kid. I was like, this is it.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, that was my exposure to the internet. I didn't really get to play online until I knew there was an online function on the Nintendo Wii, and I didn't talk through it, but I could play with Trey, my best friend Trey, on the Nintendo Wii. We play Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 3. We would just play those two games. And that was when I was a little kid. That was my exposure to the internet and engaging with people on that. It wasn't until I got an Xbox 360 in like 2010 when I was able to actually talk to anybody online. And the only people I ever talked to regularly were friends I had already made in person. And that's always been, I've always had a pretty easy time making friends. Now that I'm older, I kind of just keep the same friends I've had since I'm not allowed out. And but I'm just messing. No, not right. But like Trey, like TJ, like these people that I've known for years, it's allowed me, especially since I've bounced back and forth with the military, my mom moving us around a lot, it's allowed me to keep a connection with people. And these kids these days, I haven't run into a lot of kids that their parents are in the military, so I'm guessing it's a similar situation because they have, Roblox, they have an iPad, they have a cell phone now. Some of these third graders have a better phone than me. Not now. I have, but they're like, you should upgrade your phone. Like, why do you have a better phone than me? You're 9. I'm old enough to be your father. And this is crazy. And they're talking on the phone like, yeah, I can talk to anybody I want. My friend moved to North Carolina. I talk to them all the time. I wasn't used to that as a kid. If somebody moved away, I never saw them again.
Yeah, it was done.
It was done. And you hoped maybe you knew their new phone number if their parents cared enough to even call your mom or something.
Yeah, if your parents knew each other, there's a good chance. But if your parents didn't know each other, it was like
exactly. Then it was
see
impossible.
you one day.
Maybe when Facebook and stuff happens, you could link up and reconnect at some point, but you have to kind of stumble upon them or like obsessively look them up. Like, I really want to hang up with Philip or something like that.
That's sad if you think about it, though, bro.
Yeah, you just back when we were kids, you could have the best time with these kids, and you would never see them again.
Yeah,
My dad got a new job.
My mom worked in the school, my elementary school.
Oh yeah,
I had a best friend. We grew up. We were in the same class from pre-K to like second grade. His name was JJ. I remember him like my mom in the comments. I'm telling the truth. Third grade came. We were not in the same class anymore. I cried. Like we both like in the principal's office are crying, like breaking down. We cried so much that my mom found a way to put us back in the same class.
that's crazy.
But like that was my best friend in elementary school, and I don't know anything. I couldn't tell you.
I
what
thought about
anything.
that, and these kids will probably know if they want to. They can keep in touch with each other. They can move. Somebody can move to India, and they will be able to keep in touch with each other for the rest of their lives with no interruption. Well, my best friend when I was a little kid was named Philip, and I have not found him since I moved away from Alaska. I found his brother, but I've not found him.
I'm gonna go let my cat in. He's banging on the door like a crazy person.
Which one?
Maki.
I guess you don't know. Oh, okay.
I can
Yeah,
tell
let's
by the
see
screaming.
Okay, come on in, Maki.
Yeah, my
He can join in this conversation too. And I'll wait until he's back. But
yeah, no, I cried so hard, Dominic. I like broke down in tears.
I mean, I feel like, and maybe it's kind of like this thing where, like I said, you can keep in contact with each other, and this kind of thing, like, do you miss me? No, I see you like every day, that sort of thing. And when you were a kid and your entire interaction with these other kids was hinging upon you seeing them in person every day, that slight change can just be the end of the world. And it still can be the end of the world for these kids, because it's like if you're in the same class and you move to another class, it can be a bummer.
Yeah. Well, see, the benefit with that is back in the day, like I mean, it's still now, but for me, for sure, like majority of my time was in school. Like I wake up, I go to school. Like let's say I go to school at 7 or 6. My mom worked in school, so I go to school really early, and I wouldn't leave till late because I like played sports or did like decathlon or chess club, something. I always did something after school. So from 6 to like 6 or 7, I'm at school. So when I'm home, I homework, eat, play. Somehow still had time to play and go to sleep and repeat. Like I don't understand how the life worked as a kid. You have no worries. But
time was just thought of differently when you were a little kid. You thought you had all the time in the world.
All the time in the world. Now I'm just...
You didn't, kid. Get it together.
This is
Learn how to invest in stocks and bonds.
What does he drop out now?
Have you ever thought? When people are like, you should have bought Bitcoin in 2011. What was I thinking? I was like 13. Like, if I just spent that $100 my mom gave me, I'd be rich right now. Yeah. It's different and the same. And I think it's always going to be different and the same. Being a kid growing up, you're going to have, like, the kids 50 years from now, we're like, oh, these kids, Josh, I don't know what they're thinking. They're always on their personal air hover vehicles, and they just can't do anything else. Like, dang, they always want to go to Mars. Why not just chill back at home on Earth? You forget what you're missing. You know, it's always going to be different but the same. There's always going to be, like, my grandparents, if they had access to YouTube, they'd probably be on there. If my grandparents have access to YouTube now, they're probably on there. Like, there's so much information you can glean. And we've talked about a little bit this information age we're in. And like you said, we kind of grew up with it, so we got to see the advancements in like a very short amount of time. Well, these kids out the womb, here's your iPad, and like they're just hit with all this information readily accessible to them.
And I think we judge them for that.
We do. It's a lot of times people surface value will be like, oh, these iPad kids they're short attention spans, and there's some truth in that.
Yeah, but we're too harsh.
Is it their fault? I think that's the main thing. I think two things can be true at once. Like it can be true that it's bad for them, and it can also be true that, I mean, how many things, like, were you thinking about the consequences of your actions when you were like 7?
No.
You were just like, I'm going to do this. It's the job of the parents to be like, hey, I don't think this is healthy in this amount. It's like my parents really, really, really limited our times on video games. We get like 30 minutes tops. And like as we got older, they loosened up. Yeah, no, we can only play for 30 minutes. Think about trying to play Ocarina of Time. Yeah, 30 minutes a day. An Ocarina of Time. It's crazy. Like it takes like 30 minutes for a 7-year-old to solve the puzzles in that game. Like we'd solve one puzzle
right now, Josh. Go outside.
Yeah, no.
I used to be told to get outside with my aunt, especially with like the black side of my family, only because I think my mom probably would have done the same thing. She did a couple times, but I didn't have any. Like you guys said, I didn't have other family. I had no family. I grew up on the streets. But yeah, I didn't really have anybody to play with. So my mom was happy, even when I was getting into my teenage years. She's like, you want a PlayStation 3? That's okay with me. If she had the money, she was like, I'll get you one like 5 years later, whatever. But it was still cool because like I just want you to be able to hang out with somebody. She got annoyed eventually when I did have people to hang out with, and I just stayed inside anyway. And I was like, oh, Mom, I don't know. 2K kind of hitting right now.
Yeah, no, my mother, as you know, you've met her. She's incredibly sweet. But when she was like done with us hanging out inside, she would like just, And it was in Texas, so it'd be like 90 degrees outside. She'd be like, "Here's a water. Get outside." And we're like, "It's hot." And she'd be like,
We didn't get a water. We had to go back inside and ask for some. And if we've had too much water, Mom would be like, "No, you don't need another thing of water. You just came back inside for water. You're going to get some cramps or something. Go back out there and play some more." Okay.
yeah. And then luckily, I had my brother, so we always had something to play.
Like I had myself and I had my imaginary friend that I knew was imaginary, but I needed somebody.
Man,
and I would beat him, and he would use my left hand because it was worse. Oh, no. So John, that was my best friend, my freaking imaginary friend. John lost again, only by 2. Oops. Yeah, that's kind of sad. Now I've said it out loud.
I'm trying to get my cat
no family,
come. I didn't say no family. I just said
did.
We'll edit it out in post. We'll edit it out.
That is perfect.
Now we're gonna get comments going like, "Why is Josh so judgmental towards other people?"
He's not an orphan, okay? He has a family.
I actually tricked someone in high school that I was an orphan because they asked me why my last name was Foster, and I was like, "Well, it's because I'm from a foster home," and like this girl believed me and was so sad.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, another thing I've noticed, and maybe it's just me, a lot of these kids, I'm like, "Oh, were you hanging out with like cousins or anything?" Like, no, I mean, they're just cousins. I don't really hang out with them. And my cousins were like brothers and stuff to me. I used to hang out with them every chance I could get, mainly because I was an only kid. But like my cousin Jordan, that was basically my brother. I just hung out with him every chance we asked to go hang out at each other's houses, every chance we got. And now whenever I talk to these kids, like, yeah, they're just a cousin. I only see them every once in a while, or they'll play with their cousin on Fortnite or something like that. Yeah. I don't know. It's just a thought I had that maybe even some of the familial bonds have become over the internet instead of like right in person. Because I only got to see these guys, some of these people on Christmas. Otherwise, I got to see them when they showed up. But yeah.
But I think like our generation puts. So before working with kids, I would always say that these kids are terrible. I would always just be like, bro, kids just need to do better. But it's not the kids. It's really the parents, like you said, Joshua. The parents in this day and age are more giving the kids everything they need.
Everything they want.
Yeah, or want. But my question to both of you is, I mean, it's more so you because you're about
I think
to
you read my
kid.
mind. I was about to bring this up.
You're about to have a child.
You are about to have a child, but like, how would y'all implement what y'all seen, what y'all been through, and what will y'all do when y'all have y'all's kids?
You have some time. You have a few years before you need to think about how this kid is talking and engaging with others. But still.
Me and Abby have talked about it a lot, actually, because I'm of the thought that my parents did an incredibly good job. All my mistakes have been because I am a dumbass.
There you go.
Like, most of the times when I did things that I shouldn't have, I knew it was wrong. I just wanted to push the boundary. Like, my parents did an incredible job teaching me. But I want to, I used to disagree with my parents on the video game stuff. I used to be like, why are you guys so hardline on this? Until I worked with kids who had spent more than 30 minutes on a video game. Like, they would be on the video game more than 30 minutes and they turned into a monster. And I remember driving home from work that day and I called my mom and I was like, did we act like, this, and this after being on for 30 minutes? And she's like, yes. And I was like, okay, so I guess I'm doing that. And, it's going to be an interesting challenge because I play video games. I'm a big gaming person.
Yeah.
How do I, what all do I need to do to make sure that my kid is ready for that stuff?
Well, I mean, the best thing to do, of course, it would be to give them a controller with no batteries or not connected to it. And just act like they're playing along like we did back in the day. Yeah.
Oh, there's the cat. say hello to Maki, audience.
Oh,
He
hello.
Maki, look at the camera.
It's your debut.
It's your debut. Come on. Look. Oh,
I
no.
actually forgot what I was touching my nose for. But I just had to
See?
say the funny line. Yeah.
I think, I've thought about it a lot. We're definitely not going to have any iPads other than Abby's one iPad for like work stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we play games, it's going to be like a family thing, like, Pokemon or Mario Party or Super Smash Bros. When they're ready
Just
for that.
Nintendo.
At least starting out, I know Nintendo is a little bit of a sore subject for some people, but I still think that they're kind of unparalleled when it comes to like making games that a family can enjoy
Yeah, they are
together.
the gaming company.
And they've done a great job marketing themselves as that. Because like as we get closer, I'm like none of my PlayStation games I'm going to be able to play around this kid.
Yeah. All right, kid, and we're jumping into Halo Reach. Good luck.
Although I personally think Halo should not be rated M. I have played T games that are
That are worse
more
than that.
violent than
Yeah,
Halo.
I mean, I think it's basically based off back in the day when it came
Yeah.
out. It had blood, so it was
Yeah. But like I think Infamous dealt with more mature themes than
Yeah.
Halo 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
I
Halo
get
was
that the
like,
Flood
they're
were
evil.
scary.
Go beat them up.
Where like Infamous, you're like seeing civilians get gunned down in the street. Like you can gun them down with your like electric blast thing.
Yeah, just electrocute them.
Yeah, like I'm like, whoa. This is definitely more intense than Halo. Because like what Halo does it have any like serious language in it?
Not
Not that I
like
can
maybe
remember.
some like from some side characters, a few quips here and there, but not.
I know
really
they like
any
say
serious
like
language.
like damn and stuff like that, but like
Yeah.
that's still that's always
Pretty
bothered me.
mundane.
I finally played Halo and I was like,
Why was I not allowed to play this game?
like this game is
It's so good though.
It has guns. Yeah. When I was growing up, that's what you made me remember. That's why I was touching my nose. When I grew up, I wasn't really allowed to play gun games for one until I moved to Mississippi, and the first gun game I got was rated T. It was Call of Duty 3 on the Wii, and that's why it was rated T, because it was so bad. It was,
well,
a port of Call of Duty.
Nintendo probably wouldn't let it on
like,
there.
moved. Yeah.
Nintendo was very, very strict about stuff like that.
Yeah, they really were. Now they're less strict.
Yeah.
I've always thought, and people have brought it up before, you know how you had to do book reports and stuff like that? Maybe if you got your kid, like they play through Pokemon for like an hour or two and like, all right, but you have to write out what you do. Like there has to be some sort of benefit or something like that. I'm not saying every time or like your kid plays the new Super Smash Bros for more than 30 minutes. They should have to
happened?
Get a breakdown of every move that happened.
When Incineroar
like,
punched Kid Link in the face, what did you feel?
Yeah. Explain to me in 17th century English how, like, no, I don't think you should make everything a book report, but I don't know. It couldn't hurt to.
Kids should have fun, and video games are fun. And if you can use them to help build family stuff, I'm fine with it. And like, again, when my kids are older, I have no problem with them playing games. I think if my parents made one mistake, they after a while lost the ability to know what I was playing. And I probably was exposed to some stuff that I really shouldn't have been exposed to with some games.
Yeah. Like Yu-Gi-Oh, that malevolent.
Yeah, no, not that one. Not that
ruined
one.
You.
Yeah, ruined me forever. But like, like I was getting M games when I was 16 because I would sweet talk my grandmother into buying the games for me because she didn't understand any of it.
Yeah, 16's kind of late, but yeah.
Well, yeah, okay, but for my family, 16.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like, in comparison to some others, some of these
yeah.
kids
Well, now kids are playing M games now. Like kids would come up to me and they're like 7.
Like, I love the new God of War. I'm like, dang, man.
Whoa.
I'm like, what?
As long as they're not playing the old God of War stuff, my goodness.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, he was. He said
the old
games,
ones. Oh,
Yeah, he said he didn't like the old ones as much as the new ones because it didn't look as good.
I love the old God of War games, but I should not have played those when I was 16. That had way too much adult
Nudity.
content for
Nudity, yeah.
yeah, and like,
Aphrodite, all right.
and
Yeah.
that is not good for a 16-year-old boy.
That was good for me.
I wasn't
What do you
complaining at the
mean?
time, but unfortunately, oh my
Again.
goodness.
There is more to the game.
Hey, wait, hold on. I forgot to tell you something. Go back.
But yeah, I that's one thing that I would like to do that my parents weren't able to do just because they didn't really know much about video games, where I do. So
I know everything.
well, not everything, but I can tell you that I am going to be able to like go like, ooh, no, not that game, not that game at all.
Resident Evil 12? Probably not.
I'll
9.
play it, but
You know what? You gave me a good idea. I'll play the game. I'll let you know how it is.
I'll tell you about it later. Yeah, again, video games are not bad things. They are a fun leisure thing, but anything done too much is going to be a problem.
Anything
Oops.
done in excess.
I was going to say that because it could be hit or miss, right? Especially with like, you talked about not having any tablets or iPads or anything. Oh, Marky's here. You talked about not having any tablets or iPads, which I think that is good. But then when do you have the leadway? Because now there's so many educational like little kid shows and whatnot, and they get really invested in those. And sometimes they want to watch it. Like, let's say you're on a road trip, and your little 5-year-old wants to watch Bluey. Like, do you have leeway there?
Be no Bluey in my household, young man.
You know what I mean?
Well, Abby has told me and has done research in the Bluey, and she's like, we can do Bluey. But fortunately, I think we can do
Bluey.
But as a whole, I would say do your research on these shows. I'm not trying to get political at this, but like just in general, regardless of your beliefs or stuff like that, understand what your kids are watching.
Did you see this at minute 13? The person just drops all like facade. Aren't we having fun, kids? Change your gender right now.
I don't believe it.
If you go to Walmart, you can buy a gun for $27.36. Hide it in your locker.
Just straight into it. Oh my gosh, how did I miss this?
All right, skip ahead. Wow, this is.
We just got a letter.
But these things have
this is how you build a bomb.
these things have a lasting impression on kids.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they become obsessed with it. So when, like right now, there's some kids at work who are hugely obsessed with Bluey and need to watch it constantly, right? Which can lead to something else. Right. So how do you change that? Be like, okay, well, you can't watch Miss Rachel today, or this is your time frame. Then what do you do? When is the age gap when you start limiting your kids?
I think you limit from the very start. Because, like, I think the issue is when you go from unlimited access and then all of a sudden it's limited. That's when you're going to have the most, like, pushback. Because, like, to explain to a kid why they have to start limiting something is just too much for them.
Extinction burst.
Where if you just, exactly. And if you just start, like, just everything they've known is that this is limited.
Yeah.
And then you go the opposite direction. As they get older, they
yeah.
have more freedom to choose with that time. I think that's better. So you go from most limited to giving them less boundaries as they get older, because hopefully you've built a base. And when a kid is old enough to understand, sitting down and explaining to them the dangers of these things, and that they're not bad, they can be dangerous.
Yeah.
Which is, maybe they'll listen to you. I know that for a fact I didn't listen to everything my parents said because I decided I knew better than them.
What do you know?
Yeah, no, I was definitely that kid. But I did come back. That's kind of the thing. Like I'm definitely very much a prodigal son when it comes to my behavior. And
sucks for you, brother.
But like,
My brothers are beneath me when it comes to existing. I'm ahead of them behaviorally.
But like, Maki, what is going on? There's always going to be the fear, and I'm having to come to face this, that there's going to come a time in your kid's life where you can have said everything and done everything right, which you're not going to, and your kid can still just go like, no.
Yeah.
That's life. You can do everything. You can make no mistakes, and something can still go wrong.
And like,
and we're always going to make mistakes.
Because again, my parents are amazing. I say this, like, both my mom and dad, in my opinion, did everything right for me.
Mm.
They will never admit that. They're always like, "Oh, well, I messed up here and I messed up." I'm like, "Quiet. You guys were amazing." But I still went through some pretty rough years where I was like, "No, I'm going to do what I want."
Well, yeah.
And that's a scary thing. We're getting into scary, but Josh's fears about parenting now, which is not the topic, but that is my greatest fear, especially if I have a girl. I don't know. This is going to be tough for me to handle because I'm like, no. Listen,
Kick him.
Stay away. Stay away from boys, please. Don't trust them.
Brought you flowers? Throw them in his face and then use it as a diversion to sweep his legs out from underneath him and then throat. Just
Sweep the legs. Sweep the legs.
No, it's... And I did want to mention, it's interesting you said, I don't know which one of you guys said it. Like, oh yeah, you both were talking about like limiting from the get-go. I don't know what you wanted to do. I don't know if you meant at what point do you limit or what point do you stop limiting?
No. I was saying like because I was saying when do you start limiting? Because like some kids they don't want to watch Blue.
Bluey's the only thing you can watch. Yeah, I get it. I'd say you'd limit yourself not only in what you can watch, but like how much access to information they may have before they get confused and can sort through their own thoughts. We kind of grew up at a time, like you said, we grew with the internet, so we had almost a self-limiting feature to our childhood.
Yeah.
Where the older we got, not only were we given more access to information by our parents, we were given more access to information by the world around us.
Yeah.
There would never be access to less information, less some huge catastrophic cataclysm happens. But I think making it seem as natural as possible is the challenge to me that I would try to go with. Something similar to what I grew up with. I don't want to say like make it like the 60s. You can only watch these 3 shows. You can only watch these 3 programs. Anything that comes on here, like even if it's appropriate, you can't watch it under any circumstances because I haven't approved. I don't know. Like, I just want to. I want to limit kids in general, mine and others. I want to limit your children, but no, I think kids should have a limit on them. And not say like everybody is not quite the sum, but is built upon their environment and their experiences. And it's not like I don't want them to have access to other opinions that aren't mine, other like ways of looking at things that aren't mine.
But you need to be tested. You just need to be tested when you're ready. You wouldn't take like the final exam for your math class on like week 2.
Yeah. And I think kids, you can think of them like a like a weapon. Like you're forging this kid to be something eventually. They're going to have to temper themselves at some point. They have to wield themselves out in the world one day. But you can, build them up to what you think they should be. They will fight against you at some points. They'll completely agree with you at some points. I had parts of my childhood when I thought, well, I guess my mom's just never wrong. She's right again. And I just thought like, well, I'll just never be as smart as my mom.
I
honestly probably still think that, but
Your mom is very smart, though.
It
Like,
annoys me a little bit, but no, she's wonderful. But yeah, a natural barrier system, it's never going to be perfect, but I think barriers need to be in place for their safety, for their development, and just for a childhood that you can try to make as happy and healthy as possible.
a funny.
Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead, Jamal. I was just gonna do a funny side note thing. So.
What was your funny?
Yeah, we have to hear the funny side note first.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. If you insist.
I do.
Fellow travelers, just for your information, my mother and Dominic's mother look like they could be sisters.
Yeah.
Like they both like blonde, blue eyes, fair skin, and they one
Watch them
time
actually be sisters.
long lost sisters. It to the point where like when Dominic was eating with my family, they thought that Dominic was my mother's son and that I was a friend, like sitting at the table with them.
Yeah.
And like to this day, my mother is like, "How is my favorite son?" when she talks about Dom.
Yeah, your parents are fantastic. I do miss now. I look forward to seeing them whenever we make our way up to Colorado. And as your mother's favorite son, I have to
Yes.
come bearing gifts, of course. So let me know what they want.
They
I'll bring them
my mom said
big,
that the
nice
guest
roast.
room at their house is always open for you.
I'll just make it my room.
Just go stay there. Like you can
Yeah.
listen to my younger brother do his streaming and loudly swearing at night.
I'll just pop in. Hey, chat.
He gets
Favorite
so mad
son
at me when I'm on his videos and I go like, "Hey, chat." And he's like, "It's not live right now." And I'm like, "Oh." Maki, what is your plan here?
I don't want to call people chat, though.
No.
I kind of want like a nice little term that has to do with their theme.
Yeah, I like the fellow
Like
travelers.
on my
one.
channel, I just talk to them like they're
okay.
just people sitting in their thing. But yeah, here it's like travelers. Or I say, I don't know if we're travelers too, or we just live on this oasis.
We're like monks, you know.
Are we explorers?
Yeah, we're
Are
explorers.
We're just really bad explorers. We're stuck
Yeah.
at the oasis.
And
We can't find our
I'm
way
just
out.
obsessed with everything soul wise. That's why everything in my movies has to do with soul. That's why I
Soul
shoved that idea
Oasis.
into Josh's stuff so
Oh,
that he
yeah.
can't get off of it. He had to change the name of it because it was just the same thing 50 times. But yours name was actually probably better than mine, but whatever.
Oh yeah, we had a game, a role playing game that we did. That
Yeah.
we
I
need
put
to start
everything as
those up again.
soul something, soul forward. So and he's like, let's call it essence. I'm like,
Maybe we'll have like a side branch thing where we'll be like Critical Role and like do our thing.
could be good. Jamal. I did it with you people. Jamal is now in a professional
There you go.
voice
Now
actor. So we gotta.
Oh.
He can get us in the door.
yeah.
You know, he can start. Let us know how your pitches go to these people. Let them know your ideas.
And then we'll be like, all right, here we go.
I just know animation's a pain. I'd rather
Well-
do a live action.
Well,
so I
we
can just talk to these people and be like,
well
got
in Critical Role they just sit around the table and play like the thing.
well, yeah,
It's just
that.
been
I'm talking
animated.
about.
Oh, you're planning for it to be a huge success and us making a show.
I don't plan for anything other than success.
Okay, all right. I mean that's smart. Maki is like right in front of the screen.
Something fails. I don't know what to do now. I didn't.
This
plan
wasn't
for
part of the plan.
Just that.
Let's just act like it didn't happen.
The only problem is that I know Jamal will be a war criminal in any game I run.
Yeah,
Always.
well, he says that, but now you see in Baldur's Gate 3, he started off a little
first.
rough, but like as he got in character and as he like started to realize what kind of game it was and like all his decisions matter and he's over here, it's him. He's like, I gotta pave my way better.
No.
He stopped going after just whatever one girl wanted, and he's like,
Well, so in Baldur's Gate, there's this one person who comes at you, depending on what decision you make, with a knife. And I wanted to kill him off rip. And he was like, no, he's going to be on our team. And I was like, all right. And then later on, I was making like decisions I would make. Like, don't talk to me some type of way. Yeah, who do you think you are? But then every time I made that decision, Shadowheart would be all, Oh, I
I'm
disapprove.
disappointed.
So I was like, all right.
Reload the safe.
Gotta be in love or whatever. But
Eventually, he's like, I don't care anymore.
yeah, now I'm like at this point where I want to just fight. But no.
Or that one time he didn't want to fight and they all started attacking him anyway in the Grove.
Yeah,
all right.
I was like, what? I don't know. But
Killed them all. Nobody cared.
oh, yeah. That was pretty
Anyway, yeah.
Well,
that's
fellow
our tangent.
travelers, if you want to see us do a role playing game, leave a comment in the comment section about if you'd like to see that.
Yeah, we will put this live at some point, and one of the live shows can be a role playing game.
That could
Maybe
be
Baldur's
fun.
Gate 3, maybe something he is part of instead of just DMing and being stuck in charge of that.
I like to DM though.
Yeah, but every time afterwards, like, man, I wish I was part of this game. I didn't have to do this.
Yeah, I'm definitely the grass is greener on the other side. Like anytime I'm DMing, I'm like, I wish I could play. And then when I'm playing, I'm like, I wish I was in charge.
Just do both.
Way to make that decision.
Direct and act in it.
Yeah, that would be me. I would definitely be that horrible person who's like, I'm in charge and I'm the main character.
That's exactly what my movie That's exactly what it is.
Hey, it's fine. You just got to be like,
No, that's a completely different thing than what you just said before. I'd be that horrible person. That's me. It's fine. It's all right.
yeah, it's horrible when I do it.
Okay, there you go.
You're a 9 out of 10 in the eyes of God. So,
If that.
um,
That's terrible. Imagine he actually gives ratings.
you get there.
You're a solid
Final
7
judgment.
right now, but we can do better.
I feel like he does. He's like,
Is
I know
anyone-
your
no.
potential.
What do you
Nah,
even-
look, it's like, I made you. I know your potential.
How
You're
can
not
you
living
even
up to
be
it.
a 10?
Die.
God is the only 10 out of 10.
Once you
Die?
you're finally a 10.
Go to heaven. You're
Well,
finally a 10.
Congratulations. You were a 7 out of 10, but now you're a 10 out of 10.
There you go.
You're still not a 10 out of 10.
That would be
I'm
my
still
luck.
Disappointed.
I'd get up there and be like, I did it. And he'd be like, well,
Yeah, you
we
but
did
just
it.
the way
We
you
did it. Let's be honest. We did it.
If
Not
it weren't for
you.
me, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jesus.
But what are some games that you would let your kids play?
Baldur's Gate 3. We got to start them off
Oh
young.
my
You got to start
God.
making your decisions, all right?
As a kid,
No.
Yeah.
I don't think I would
Never.
let them play.
Any game? Maybe
Not
some
like-
sports.
Like, how old are we talking as a kid?
Old enough to
Like
like
6.
play games and understand them, like 6 or 7.
6 or 7?
5 or 6. That's when they're talking and they understand what's going on.
They're playing like, I don't know. They're not playing, like, I don't think my kid would be playing a PlayStation or Xbox. Not even a Nintendo, to be honest. Not
Remember
at
those
that age.
games they used to make just as that game? That would come with like a joystick and you're playing Spider-Man
I
or
played
something.
Oh,
Only can play
yeah.
that.
Do you remember when McDonald's was letting out those like little Sonic games that you could like play? They were like
Yeah.
really simple.
No.
I do.
Yeah, those were fun.
They can play Pokemon for capturing creatures and making them fight. They can play Sonic so they can see anthropomorphic creatures.
Mario. You know,
Mario
that's what you
for like
play.
they can bully lesser creatures, jump on their heads.
You're like picking like the worst lesson people could learn from any
Yeah.
of these.
No, it's just the kids' games they can play. Like I said, I'll probably limit their time. I don't
Yeah,
want
I
them
think
like
that's given.
I wasn't allowed to play games, I don't think, unless it was very specific circumstances, until the weekend hit.
Yes.
Then I could play for multiple hours, but even still, I would only be able to play until my mom and I had to go somewhere. Or until they just decided, all right, you're done with that. You can watch some TV or read a book or something. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Even though it was Saturday.
I didn't play games until the weekend either. And it was hit or miss because I was at my grandma's every other weekend. So it was only like out of a month, I'd play the game like 2 weekends. And it wasn't for that long. Like, yeah, you wake up early in the morning on a Saturday, you play the game, then you watch the Sunday morning cartoons, you know? And then you play the game for a
Yeah.
little bit more until everybody's outside. And it's like, I don't even want to play a game anymore. So it's like, I grew up playing games when I was like, I don't know, 8th grade. Like, that's when I really was like, I can play a game after school, I guess. Maybe
Yeah.
not even to like 9th grade, really.
I wish they would come out with Nintendo DS again. I guess the Switch is the Nintendo DS. Maybe I'll get them like, I don't know. It'd be the same thing these days because even the lesser games are like so engaging. You play everything on them. 'Cause compared to the Wii to the DS. It just seemed like I was doing worse
with how
bad to
much
myself.
I spent on the Switch 2, and if it keeps going in that direction, there's no way I'd ever let a kid hold that in handheld form.
Yeah, what do you mean
You
you
know what
want
I
to
mean?
hold the Switch too?
That was like almost $500. Why would I let you hold that?
You can have a Nintendo GameCube. Good
Here,
luck.
hold this controller.
Hold this controller. It's not plugged in. That one's the wireless one.
Yeah.
Why does it have a cord? Your guess is as good as mine,
I was just as confused.
Timothy.
Oh, oh man.
Yeah.
What about books? Like, when would you? What books do you think are like
If they can
crucial?
read, let them read a book.
Yeah,
Cool.
but what books do you think are like? Because I'm a firm believer of reading books to your kids.
Here's an entire Percy Jackson series.
Oh my gosh.
I probably read some before bed, like my mom used to do for
Yeah.
me. Like while they're taking a bath, hey, I'll read you a chapter of Harry Potter. Something like that. Some of those kids' books, but probably one of the better kids' books. They're
Yeah.
like chapter books so they can follow the story. Especially now, since apparently these kids will be able to have both entire movie series and television show versions of their favorite stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, Dinga Dinga Durgan, SpongeBob. There's like 90 comics of
90
like any
comics.
show you can read now. Doesn't even have to be canon. You want to watch Avatar: Last Airbender, but now there's this little book of Avatar: Last Airbender. No, oh, by the way, there's this little Magic the Gathering card. Now you're learning it.
When do you
14
teach
years
your
older.
kids Magic the Gathering? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
What? This is a nerd question. I'm sorry, fellow travelers.
What were we doing
This is-
before?
Okay, yeah, but this is going to be a very like specific nerd question. It might even be so nerdy that Jamal is like, "Whoa."
Tapped out.
Yeah,
Jamal's nerdier than you think.
yeah,
days.
but like he's not as nerdy as me and you, especially when it comes to comic book.
That's just because he has
superheroes.
friends.
So, like the one thing that you need to know about us, fellow travelers, Dom is the DC guy, and I'm the Marvel guy. We like both, but like if you have a Marvel question, usually ask me. If you have a DC question, ask Dom.
Jamal's a Marvel guy too.
Spider-Man guy. Is it?
Okay,
He's
a
like, I
Spider-Man
don't know,
guy
he's
and
just
a
like
Flash
Spider-Man,
guy.
okay. You can tell
Green
by
Lantern.
like here's my boy, one of my favorite
Sentry
yeah, I love the Sentry. He's such a slept-on character.
is whack Superman. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, he is. That's actually the
Superman
best
if he-
description of him. He is like anti-Superman in the way that, like, what would happen if a human got the power of a god? They would be a mess.
Yeah. I
Where
guess it
Superman
could
is
work
like-
out like Superman, but that's like a 1 out of a million chance
Yeah.
that your Superman's just one of the best people ever live.
Yeah, Superman is built different. He's the best. Anyway, would you want to show your kids the Marvel and DC movies?
Depends on what they are. I'm gonna skip Justice League. That movie sucked. I'll let them see it once they're of age and if they want to watch it. I'm gonna let them know my feelings about certain things, but I'll probably show them, especially the early Spider-Man movies. They're
Oh,
starting
absolutely.
to
I was about to say those are definitely being
Who's
watched.
Tobey Maguire, Dad? That's Spider-Man.
Our
He played Spider-Man? Oh no, he is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They just filmed him.
Because I was thinking about this because I really enjoyed the new Fantastic Four movie.
It was good.
I didn't think I was going to enjoy it, but
The
me
Disney
and
Man,
It's on Disney now.
Fantastic Four. We can watch the first 15 minutes.
but the me and Abby were actually having this talk, and I think Jamal actually heard one of our mini debates over this.
Hmm.
But before you've heard, me and Abby have had this debate many times.
I believe
That
it.
when you change something for the movie in the future, when people aren't reading the comics or haven't read the comics, so they watch that is now
Yeah.
A fact.
the version that is canon, I guess, for lack of a better word.
That's their original in their mind.
Yeah.
And that breaks my heart because, and I know this is like the definition of first world problems.
You didn't read the comic book?
But like, I'm going to use the example of Silver Surfer. the fact that they used Shalabal, the female Silver Surfer, who showed up in like one comic, I think.
Yeah,
Don't come at me,
like
please.
12 seconds.
Uh, isn't a big deal. But the thing that's going to make me sad is that like the original Silver Surfer character is such a great, fun character. And it's going to make me sad that like when I show that movie, I'm going to have to sit there. And again, first world problems. But I'm going to have to sit there and be like, okay, but that's not the original Silver Surfer. That's somebody that they just put in this movie. And it's just really sad to me because that's in so many movies now. In so many of the comic book movies, they've changed so much stuff that if you care about it, and it's okay if you don't, you're gonna have to sit there and like be like, okay, kid, Ultron wasn't created by Tony Stark. He wasn't.
It's a Pym creation,
Yes,
young man.
and it was very important to the story.
Yes, it was.
And again, you don't have to think that this is important. This is more of like a nerd thing for me. Or, like, here's a better example probably Lord of the Rings. If they've only watched the Lord of the Rings movie, they're not going to know about Tom Bombadil. They're not going to know about like the elven gifts as a whole. Like, and again, the movies are
the whole last part when the entire Shire has been taken over by
by Saruman. Like Saruman doesn't die at the at the beginning of the Return of the King. He dies at the end of it. Spoilers, I guess.
There you go. 80 years late.
But and again, I understand why the movies didn't have all that stuff. I mean, the Return of the King already had like 5 false endings.
Yeah.
To begin with. So like them getting back to the Shire and then having to do an entire battle against Saruman and his goons is just probably not best for a movie. But it makes me sad that no one knows about that.
Yeah. I don't think I knew about it until my mom told me.
Yeah.
When I was a kid.
I didn't know about it until I read the books, like fully like read all 3 books through, and I got to the end and I was like, oh, what?
He's still there?
I was like,
impossible.
How did Saruman come out? Because I was so confused when I got to the part of the book where, like, because again, my parents, especially my mom, she read us the Hobbits the Hobbit novel when we were like 5, and she talked about Lord of the Rings all the time. My mom was a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so like we had a lot of understanding of Lord of the Rings even before the movies came out when we were a kid. Or kids. Sorry, I don't know why I'm talking about. It's like we were one unit. So we had when we were child. So we had a lot of stuff. Like I knew who Treebeard was. I knew about Boromir, who was my favorite character, much to everyone's chagrin. I just loved how fallible he was. I saw the movies then before reading the books, and I was so confused why in the books while I was reading it that Saruman didn't die. I was like, this guy has not been dealt with. He's just trapped in his tower. And then when I got to the end of Return of the King, just boom, Saruman was like, I've taken over the Shire.
What?
Oh, out of left field. Which is kind of funny because in the Magic the Gathering set for Lord of the Rings, they actually have so many references to Saruman taking over the Shire that I'm actually a little thankful to them. I'm like, hey, I'm glad that you brought some light to this.
It's supposed to be based off the books.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not.
We won't get into that.
Yeah.
They made some interesting choices.
They did. Art was nice though.
But again, I am a stickler for like if the artist or the creator of a thing made something a certain way, stick to their vision. You owe them that. They gave us this beautiful thing. Like, Stan Lee and Steve Ditko and they gave us so much stuff, and I just want to honor what they gave us.
Fair. I think that's very fair.
And I don't have a problem with like what they're doing in DC Comics right now with Absolute Batman, where they're like, hey, let's do Batman reinterpreted under another light, but it's a different universe. You
Yeah.
can enjoy that for what it is. You can
Then they
even
would
enjoy it
argue
more.
this is a different universe too. Something
Yes,
like
and
that.
that's what they are doing. But the problem there is that I don't think that anyone's going to pick up Absolute Batman and be like,
This
so
must be the
this is
riddle.
Batman.
Yeah. I heard of this guy, but this is crazy.
And
Speaking
again,
of Batman, before y'all continue, I saw this
the GOAT?
video, old, like I don't know, 70s, but it was a video of
Dang.
some old Joker with Batman and Robin, and there was an action scene. They were like in a gym, and Joker threw like some string, like party string, and it wrapped Robin up, and then Joker threw like this, like blew some dust at Batman, and Batman was like, I knew you were going to use your poison gas, so I took anti-poison gas pills yesterday or something.
Listen.
I'm like, bro, this is
That's the joke.
Man.
Batman
The-
is prepared for
the
anything.
Adventures of Batman and Robin from the 1960s. I think the 1960s.
yeah.
That show is amazing.
Man.
And it's actually really funny because I didn't realize this, but while talking with my parents, they were like, Batman was that silly, campy guy until the
80s.
movies that came out in the 80s. Because in the comics, he was always pretty dark as a whole. I mean, there's a Silver Age, Golden Age,
Yeah.
but like Batman got pretty dark pretty fast.
Yeah.
So it's funny because if you talk to people who are reading the comics, they're like, "Oh, Batman is like this gritty character." But you talk with like my parents who were not comic book readers; they just watched the 1960s Batman. They're like, "What?
To the Batmobile, Robin.
Batman is silly," and that's why some people were so thrown off by the 1989 Batman movie. They were like, "Why is this dark? Batman is supposed to be funny."
Ba-da-ba-da-da. I
Yeah.
like when they try to merge the two, like it's stages of his career or like different facets of his being Batman. I
Yeah,
don't like when he's just so dark he won't talk to anybody, but so light that he doesn't take anything seriously. I don't know. But Batman's my favorite fictional character. So
he's great. He's really good.
when he doesn't, he's not written by a complete dumbass.
That's the problem with
He has no
having
idea what they're doing.
anything. All right, last tangent. Then I'm getting us back to where we were at because that was what my wife was
Okay.
complaining about. She's like, "You guys were all over the place," and I'm like,
Yeah,
"I'm
we were supposed to
sorry."
be. We're over here exploring this oasis.
Yeah,
Ooh, there's a new way over there. Jamal
Abby,
explore it. There were dolphins.
how dare you put up signs saying we can't go places in our soul oasis?
She's
You know,
there
it's
too.
crazy.
Get her out of here.
She was supposed to. That was supposed to be her job when we first talked about this.
Yeah,
She was supposed to.
She was supposed to keep us
But
on
she's
track.
the moderator.
Yeah,
Like,
she was
whoa,
supposed to
whoa,
keep
whoa,
us
whoa.
on
That's why you're
track.
gonna let her pick the name.
Anyway, no, don't bring that back up. She saw that part.
I
She was
like
like,
it.
She's no, you.
I did.
I love it. It's a great name. That's why I'm never gonna say
I
it.
don't even remember what it was. What was
You're
the
just-
name again?
I'm not gonna say it. But this is the main problem is that since Marvel and DC are like a collective endeavor when it comes to writing a story, it means that the story can either be super, super great or super bad.
Yeah.
You never know what you're gonna get. And I think like only one character, in my opinion, has had like great writing throughout. And that's Daredevil, but that's a totally different topic.
Definitely is not Spider-Man.
Oh my god, poor Spider-Man. Hey, we're not getting to that. We're not. Look it up on your own
I say
audience.
that to say when you should tell their children read these exact issues and don't read anything else.
Yes.
And that's what we were getting to.
Stop
Complete and total control.
Stop
of
at the
your
marriage
child.
of Peter Parker and Mary Jane, and then just don't.
Act like nothing else
yeah,
happened.
that happily ever after. I really think that, and maybe this is what our next topic will be over, like maybe peak fiction, like what we consider to be like the best. And I'm going to say this: One Piece, hands down.
My kid is not watching One Piece early.
Well, yeah, no, definitely not until they're
'Cause-
like in like late high school.
This kid won't get it.
Oh,
But I think One Piece is so good and consistent. It's just consistently great. Even the arcs that people go like, "Oh, this one isn't as good as the other ones." I'm like, but it's still better than like
Dang everything
80%.
else.
Yeah, of everything else. But anyway, that could be a topic for next time. Maybe we can talk
Okay.
about it.
Yeah, we can do that.
But what I think now we just sum up like what do you think is the greatest struggle for kids these days? We've talked about the things they haven't had, the things that they do have, and maybe we each say what we think is the biggest struggle and how it's going to be really dependent on us as parents when we have our kids to help push back on this. What's one thing that you would try? And why don't we start with you, Jamal?
Um, yeah, I think, and this is going to be very weird. Let me just say this right now. But I do believe that a struggle that a lot of kids have is independency. And I know it's weird to say because they're kids, like they don't have independency. But I feel in this day and age, they feel like they do. I feel like they think they have so much independency that what they say is the rules, and they have a hard time trying to figure out like what's right and what's wrong because they're being told so many things by so many different people. Actions are different from what, like words are different from what you visually see, right? I could tell a kid, hey, you shouldn't do jumping jacks right here, but I can go do jumping jacks there. It's like, well, you're saying this but you're doing this. I think we have to figure out, we have to lead by example. I think that's what it is, because we have so many disagreements with kids or what the kids are doing, right? People don't like it that kids have tablets all the time and they're doing all these things, but they're still being allowed to do those things from their adults. So I think we have to lead by example. If you don't like something and your kid is doing it, then maybe you should lead and not do it too. I'm not saying like, I mean, there's like, I'm not saying I let's say if I drink liquor and my kid's not gonna go drink liquor, but like if my kid is doing something that he shouldn't do, like let's say he's talking back to somebody, right? Like he's having like a smart mouth, right? He's got it from somewhere. He didn't just wake up speaking this type of way. So lead by example. If you don't want your kid to talk to certain people that way, then maybe you shouldn't talk that certain way in front of your kids. So I think that's one of the biggest things
I really
I've
like
noticed.
that. What about you, Dom?
I think the biggest struggle they have, to me, will always be the same. It's just development. Their kids are very impressionable, and in this day and age, they are bombarded with information from thousands of different sources simultaneously. So your duty as a parent is to guide them down a path you feel is right. Now, if they diverge from that path at some point when they're able to make their own decisions, that's up to them. But I think it's just development and making sure you equip them with the tools to not exactly make all the right decisions, but go through life afterwards, even in their late childhoods, in a way that they won't regret. Like, oh, if only I had known this, I wouldn't have made this mistake. Or, I should have tried harder in school. Now I can't do that. I just want them to be able to, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, look through the haze of all the information and find stuff that they can truly agree with and make part of their being. I'm not explaining this too well, but yeah, just find a way to properly guide themselves through all the information in this world. It's just tamper down the impressionism and yeah, just become the best people they can be, develop through their childhood.
Yeah. No, I think that's a very good point. Mine is going to be more towards parents. I'm kind of breaking the rules that I set, but I think that it is very, very important for parents to take up the role that was given to them. Parents need to be the sole leader and guardian of their kid, both of them. A mother and father both equally in that sense, because I think society has kind of told parents that it takes a village to raise a child, and that is true in some sense. But when they say that, they mean more of a family and a community, not
Mhm.
not a
Everybody gets
society
their
as a
say.
whole. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You know, it, is totally fine if you lean on family members, church community, neighborhood, stuff like that. That's a beautiful thing. But the parents need to be the final say, and don't be afraid to stand up for that. You are the guardian of your family. Be that guardian. If you think that iPads are a danger, don't have them. If you think that you can have them and control them in a way that's healthy, have them. Don't let other people just like arbitrarily influence you. You can listen, you can change your mind, that's fine. But you need to be that final say. It rests on your shoulders, not a school, not a psychiatrist. And all those people can help. I'm not saying don't go to them. I'm just saying you are the final say.
Yeah,
Well said.
I think that's so true.
I think that's definitely true.
You brought up this before we end. You brought up this thing, Dominic, of how you're supposed to guide your kid, and I think that's so true. Parents should guide their kid, but also like understand that it's okay to make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still human, right? My mom told me one time, she was like, I don't know the answer to your question because I'm still living life too. She's
That's
like,
exactly what I was about to say.
she
Yeah.
was like, this is my first time living life. I make mistakes still. So it's okay to make mistakes, but just don't hinder on it and just learn and grow. This is your first time having a kid, Joshua, so you're probably gonna make a lot of mistakes.
I've already made some. I won't say them.
You'll
but
make some more mistakes
Yeah.
next time.
yeah.
One would say this is a mistake.
And that's okay.
I like that saying that people say every once in a while, that something like what your mom said, we're living our lives too. The kids are just younger versions of us, or we're older versions of them.
Yeah.
We're all living life one day at a time too. And while we have grown older and hopefully wiser,
Yeah.
we're just
still
trying
not
to
there.
get them to a position where they can also grow older and wiser themselves so that they can worry about the same things.
Yeah.
I didn't have any worries as a kid. And I think that's so beautiful for my mom. Like growing up, we had this veil. Like I would always say, like a veil of society. Like I didn't know any problems going on. I was just a kid living life. And it wasn't until I got older where I started realizing, like, this is bad. This is
Drug
bad.
dealers.
Yeah, like this is not something I should be a part of.
War.
But as a kid, like you have such an innocent veil that it's so beautiful to see. Even kids nowadays that we help, even though they have their own very, very, very imaginative mindset, it's so beautiful to see their like imaginative skills, the limits that they have. But it's so beautiful to see that innocence until it's taken away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead.
It's super important for parents to protect that innocence.
Mm.
You know, that innocence can be dangerous if it goes on too long, but I think kids should be allowed to be kids. Let them hold on to it. And that it's to get onto this at the very end of the video. I think is another huge thing that kids are growing up too fast. They are. You have kids talking about. You have fifth graders talking about things that you're like, what? Why are you talking about this? No, you're not ready
war
for
in
this.
Gaza.
Yeah, it's like no, you're not ready for this. People in general are barely ready for something that controversial. Like we are struggling with these issues. Some of the most informed, not us. I'm sorry, audience. I want to make it very clear: we are not some of the most informed people, but some of the most informed individuals on the planet, not being us, are struggling with that issue. So, I mean, like, how is a fifth grader supposed to sort that out in a way that isn't bad for them? And I'm not saying keep things from your kids, just know what they're ready for and know what they're not ready for.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree.
Well said.
We're all just saying the same things today.
Well said.
Well, we want to hear about you.
Absolutely.
Y'all have kids. Y'all might have a kid soon. Hopefully soon. Hopefully one day. And if you are a parent who's watching this, maybe we're one of your kids. I don't know. But
Maybe.
Rate us on a scale of 1 to 10.
I better be the highest. So just know that we want to hear about you. We want to hear your thoughts and opinions about our conversations today.
Yeah. All right.
Closing remarks. I would like to say that I am fantastic. Just say
Okay.
that.
All right.
I can't wait to have a kid one day. I can wait. Don't get me wrong.
Let's
But I am so excited to have a kid, especially I want a little girl. In this conversation, I feel like having a group of people, you said a family, a community, but whatever you said, I know the same. I just can't think of it right now, Joshua. But I'm glad that I have a strong group of men that can help me when I do have my kid. I want my kid to grow in a strong foundation, stronger than I had. Not saying my mom, but just being with my mom, I did miss out on having that like father. So I want my kid to have both parents. And I am hope that my future person hears this podcast, watches this podcast, and understands that we're in it together. You know, we're going to make mistakes, and it's going to be okay. That we are going to grow, and we're going to keep that innocence on our kids for as long as we can, because I mean, the kids are precious; they're the future, right? And if we want to change, right, we talk about how every generation has something special. That they're different from my grandma put her beliefs into my mom, and my mom put her beliefs mixed with what she thought my grandma did wrong into me. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to put my beliefs that my mom gave to me, but also I'm going to change some things too, because some things that didn't work for me might work for my kid and vice versa. But I think it's important to know that it's trial and error until it's not, and learn that very fast. So take that what you will, but I can't wait to have my little girl. That's what not recently. Mom, don't look at this and be like, no.
I knew one was on the way.
But yeah, I can't wait.
I've started something horrible.
Josh, any closing remarks?
Again, I love being on here, guys. Talking with you is the highlight of my day. Fellow travelers, please engage. We love, even if you disagree with us, we want you to feel safe to say what you want to say. And we're not going to be offended if you have something, well, maybe a little bit, but no, we will not be offended if you guys disagree with us. This life is complicated. It is confusing. And the more people we have talking and testing each other, the better we're going to be. We can all be friends and disagree. Me and Dom disagree on like 80 different things, like Superman and Batman. Who's better? But engage with us, talk with us. We would love to set up more ways for us to be able to engage with you guys as well. If you have some suggestions, we'd love it. You guys rock. And just remember, tell your parents you love them. Send a message to your siblings. Or even just someone who's family but not by blood. If you have that one person who's been in your life, stop it, Dom. I saw that look. Message them. Tell them how much they mean to you, because they need to know it. They really do. That's all I got to say.
Well, I'll leave off with, let us know how you think coming generations should be raised. Do you think you want to make a stringent schedule? If you want to control things, you know the way things should be done? Or do you think things can just work out themselves? Do you have a plan already? Are you in the middle of a plan that you're enacting? Also, is Batman better or Superman? Let us know in the comments down below. Other than that, I'd really like to just thank you for being here. I love talking about a whole bunch of different topics on this podcast. We disagree with each other, and I'd love for you to disagree with us as well, as weird as that sounds, because it has more engagement. If you agree with us, let us know too. Let us know if there's anything we missed, if we should have went further in certain directions, whether it's about the children or just about something goofy. Let us know. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time on Solo Oasis. Take care. Bye-bye. Let's see if I can actually end this podcast.
Drink your apple juice. Go have some fun.
Say bye,
some
Maki.
tea.
Do you want to say bye?
Oh, yeah. Bye, Maki.
Maki. Maki.
No, he's
Oh,
fighting against it.
Yeah, he's fighting. Never
That's
mind.
one kid who needs some more stringent procedures put in place.
Spoiled.
See ya.
Bye.